Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'll be your host, Boomfunk MC, and welcome back for some more Wolfpack action. I would first of all like to thank everybody who came into my Twitch channel last night and said hi. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. We had a wonderful stream, and to be able to preview this game for y'all was an honor. Without a doubt, an honor. So going through this game, we had a good 6 hours in last night. There was actually a couple of questions that showed up over and over again. And I thought maybe, I was actually dreaming about this last night. I thought maybe I'll tackle this for you guys today, give you an answer to it. This video is not really for those who seriously invested a lot of time into this project, meaning that you maybe know the information that I'm gonna give. This is basically more for people who have zero idea, because we've met a lot of people last night who had never even seen this game before. But still, there was one question that kept arising. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But right here, you can see the main menu. Right now, we are on patch 0.14. And this game goes actually live in 2 days. So you can go ahead and purchase it on Steam. So as we get closer to launch, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a couple of more micro patches coming. So when we are looking at the menu, let's go, first of all, go to my options menu and see what we got here. So, okay, so we have, first of all, the audio tab, where you can listen to the music, volume up, volume down, all of those things. Of course, it's self-explanatory. I find it funny that this slider is live. Listen. That's pretty cool. You can actually hear the feedback instead of having to set the volume, then press apply. Okay, so video. This is what I did select for my system because I'm running a pretty good PC. 1920, 1080, duh. Full screen, vertical sync. That one I don't know if I need though. I left it off. Might need it, might not. We'll see. Anisotropic filtering, shadows, shadow resolution very high, water resolution 2048 by 2048. If you have an okay PC, you're not gonna have any problems running it. Field of view, it's at 60%. I really don't need to screw around with this view. It feels very natural at 60 degrees, and I've decided actually to just leave it there. Bloom effect, oh yeah, we need that eye candy, right? Anti-aliasing, high. And SSAO, I've left this to low. Basically because I don't see much difference with this on high. Look at background picture as I put it to high. Oh, okay, you can't really see it right now. Well, what I did expect, especially in low light, is that if you go and put SSAO to maximum, this screen is gonna get really dark. So, well, I just leave it at low. Chromatic operation is on. Particle water reflection is on. Brightness correction is 1. If you slide this, you see, can you just the brightness? So I just left it maxed. Basically, because I record videos with this PC, I want to have it as bright as possible for you guys to see. A little bit of keyboard commands. You got the basic keyboard command you can find in the manual. Mouse. Sensitivity, these are self-explanatory. Inverted mouse. Well, probably a few of you guys who want to do it. Not my cookie, though. Game. The map. Dude, I'll be that honest with you. I haven't really bothered with the map right now. I haven't really seen that big point of having to do map work. Alright, then we have the manual. This is fairly extensive. Fairly extensive. And one more thing that you guys who came from Silent Hunter is gonna miss is that we don't have a study meter. This is how you measure distance. This is in this game. So it's basically that you have to find the mass height of the ship divided by some, and then you get your length in hectometers. For you guys in the US, whenever you see hectometers, that is a term really not used in the European language anymore, or the European hectometers man, maybe they used it during the World War II. It's still a thing. I know that, but nobody uses it. But whenever you see hectometers, just remember that 1 hectometer is 100 meters. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is 100 meters. Yeah, 1 hectometer is 100 meters. So 10 hectometers, 1,000 meters. Duh. All right, let's get back to this. Credits. Oh yeah. These are the boys who made the game. I'm pretty sure these are the ones. About Wolfpack is owned and developed by Usurpator AB, formerly known as Skvader Studios. When I see AB, I do believe that's a Swedish company. So yeah, okay, boys, let's talk a little bit about what I said in the beginning of the video. There's a couple of questions that kept arising over and over again that I would like to answer. Number 1, can you play this game solo? Can you play this game solo? Because we know that Wolfpack is a co-op game. You have to work together. But can you play solo? Well, you can and you cannot. You know what? Instead of having to explain this, let's just go ahead and try. I'm gonna go click my play button and I get greedy with a selection menu. Okay, so I can go back, new lobby, public, or refresh lobby list. So the lobby list is gonna show up over here. For example, you see Trooper's lobby. We can go ahead and just click join, and we can join him in his submarines. So unless I actually think I can go ahead and choose his server and choose my own submarine and fill it up with my friends. I don't have to join his submarine. I can take another one. But to play solo, let's do this. Let's set our servers to invisible, so nobody can see our server list. It's only us. Refresh sub list. There we go. Let's create a new lobby. All right. So menu. In the background, right there in the picture, you can actually see a preview of how the light and the weather is going to be in your mission. So for example, we're now in September 1939. Let's try to move this slider and notice what happens with the picture. Okay, so that's nighttime. That is definitely nighttime, right? And this one, it looks like it has a little bit of moonshine to it. Oh my god, by the way, this game looks awesome in moonshine. But then again, as I told you, I guess I want to keep this a little bit bright for you guys to see. Location. Well, let's start out in Bay of Biscay. That one I never tried before. Let's just go to the Norwegian Sea. And we're gonna spawn right there in AF52. Difficulty. Well, easy, medium, hard. I'm pretty sure that has to do with how much tonnage needed to complete the mission. If it has anything to do with AI logic, for example, of the enemy destroyer, I don't know. But for this video right here, we want to keep things easy. This is, of course, up to you. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alright, so there's the mission on the left. I'm not going to read through this. This video is going to take too long. But if you could just pause it. Basically, locate a British merchant convoy and approach it with caution. Yeah, we'll try. Alright, continue. Okay, so this is our U-boat harbor. Do you guys remember I said that when you load up in the server, you don't have to join the submarine of one guy. So right there is U-96. But I can do this. Choo-hoo. U-552. And so on and so forth. So when you join a server, maybe U-96 is already out on patrol trying to sink those merchants, and that ship is full. Well, okay. Just join his server, load up your own submarine, and click start mission. Okay, so I'm gonna join in as captain. It really does not matter what you choose in here. These are only, I believe, and don't hold me to it, because I haven't read it anywhere. But what you pick right here is only a graphical thing. Alright, let's start the mission. It's only a graphical thing. Alright, the game is loading. Alright, so at the bottom of the screen, we get a little bit of an intro, what to expect. Use the WASD keys to move. As I do that, I get another one. Press the C key to view your orders. Alright, cool, thank you. Okay, hold the Q key to view your mission status. Okay, so objectives, top left. Destroy enemy merchant ship in 15,000 tons and then escape. Okay. Press the F key to use your flashlight. This is, dude, this is nifty. This is super, super nifty, boys. So, let me, for effect, let me turn on the night light in the ship. Alright, everything turns dark. Oh, it's so hard to see, right? Now, if I click F, BAM! I got my very own flashlight. Look at this thing. Oh my god, this is so awesome. So I clicked F for flashlight. If I click G, look at what happens. I get red light. And bam, I get green light. I mean, when you are in red light in the sub, choosing the green is going to give you very good contrast to the gauges and stuff. But it gets weary on the eyes. And we'll go back to white light. Alright, beautiful, boys. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's turn off the night light. Let's turn off our flashlight. Okay, press the T to start or reset. Okay, so that started it. Press the R key to reset. Okay, so that's... Okay, man. We're gonna chase down a little bit of a merchant fleet, and I'm gonna show you, or hopefully show you, that I am able to do this solo. I have nobody to help me. First of all, while we look for the merchant ship, let's do this. Let's see. A long way to Tipperary. No, that's getting old. Right of the Valkyrie. No. There we go. Let's see. How's my external? The funny thing, I can actually adjust volume right here. Listen to the volume now. Amazing. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Oh. Okay. While we're in here, this is where we have the hydrophone. This one, I have not yet understood completely. What is messing me up is the high pass, low pass settings. I am able to set it up fairly good, but... Alright, so over here, we have actually an Enigma Machine. As of right now, there's really no need for this thing. Unless you want to go really super hardcore. And for example, you want to communicate with your friendly... team over Enigma code, you could definitely do that, because look at this. This is our telegraph key. All of the other ships in our division, if we click this, let's write hello. All I have to do is type that on my keyboard, and that information gets sent out, and your friendly submarine is gonna see it on his screen. So of course, this is when you could use the Enigma, but... Alright. So, this is a radio direction finder. Supposedly this thing is not operational right now because it is not simulated that the enemy team does any kind of radio transmissions, so you're not going to be able to pick them out. Alright, let's see if we can find our... Actually, hold on. See if we can spot this this fleet. What I would like to do first, I want to make a short little dive to get a hydrophone search going. And this, of course, is when you really do need help to do this, because now we're forced to do it all alone. Alright, let me show you how to dive this baby. Let's make sure that the hatch is closed. it is closed. Let's sound the alarm, boys. Dive, dive, dive. I thought that was the US way of doing it. Okay, we're opening up the ballast tank. Front ballast tank. Right. And you can see the left gauge, it is flooded. Let's open it aft ballast tank. Alright, forward is full. No, there it is. Forward is flooded right there. Let's close it. Alright, rear is full. I don't think this is necessary to close them. But we'll do it for... Okay, but our submarine is still floating. No, we're not. We're on our way down. There we go. Oh, we're actually on our way down really, really fast, aren't we? Oh, yeah. That has to do with this. We have a lot of water. Why did the game... Okay, let's empty out some water in this... I'm opening up the valve. Alright, our ship should be a little bit more buoyant now. Yeah, look at that. We stopped the ascent. We stopped the ascent. So this is a good way without using the dive control planes. You can actually control your ship by just using the ballast tank. I emptied the forward and the rear, and the ship started to sink. And then I used these negative pressure to keep it. Notice that the left one is not entirely zero. If it's zero, the ship is going to start floating up to the surface again. Okay, so we're at about 20 some meters. Let's go see if we can get a pylon of the enemy ships. Oh wow, we can actually turn it off, and the different compartments too. Alright, so this is the hydrophone. Let's first of all make sure that the volume is maxed. Okay, so I got my low pass at 22. I'm gonna go... I kind of like doing this to about 2-ish. This one maxed, and then I start turning up the gain. You see... Okay, now I turn it down a little bit more. Okay, now it starts to go silent. And it starts at about bearing of 40. All the way up to about 330. So the targets are right out there. So just screw around with these two until you find... Alright, music back on, please. Alright, so at least we have a bearing on the enemy team now. Now I'm gonna present to you a little bit of a challenge. We need to use periscope depth. We need to go to periscope depth to be able to see what's going on. Alright. Oh, wee. Look at that. I actually flooded my diesel engines because I forgot to turn off diesel engines. Let's see if the game is gonna give me electric engines. Alright. Slow speed, please. Alright, we're moving again. I actually did... There's you see one of the things, while we're still trying to learn this game, I did forget to put on my electric engines as we submerged the ship. So I flooded the diesel engines. Alright, so our speed gauge is right there. We're at about 2 knots now. And I need to get this thing up to periscope depth. Alright. So I'm using my A and D button and my arrow button left and right to adjust the dive planes. So A and D for forward, arrows for rear. This one, you see this blue line right there? This one I'd like to think of as, for me, for example, I come from an aviation background. We have something called a vertical speed indicator. This kind of tells me at the vertical speed of the ship underwater, but I have not read up how these values, what they mean. I'm pretty sure that value is trying to tell you either meters per minute ascent or descent, or some other kind of measurement. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. But alright, we're on our way up. Alright, so if you wanted to use your attack periscope, you should be able to, from about 15 meters, we're passing 15 meters right now. As long as you just level off the ship, you should be able to spot. But if you want to use the attack periscope, no, the observation periscope in our command room, we need to get the ship to about, I would like to say, like 10.5, 11 meters to be able to get the periscope over water. So, okay, we're getting close to the point where I need to level off the ship. We're at 13 meters. And I'll start by reducing the rear to 0, only using the front. You see that the stern is rising now. That's 11 meter. Let's go ahead and center. Actually, we're gonna put a little bit of down bubble, because it seems like she wants to float. Oh yeah, she wants to float. So what can we do? Instead of having to do that much negative dive bubble, we can float the negative pressure tank. Let's put this thing to about, let's try to 0.2 cubic meters of water and see what that does. No, we're still ascending. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, wrong one. Alright, we'll start with 0.4. There we go. Now we're actually on our way down, but that's okay because our dive angles are negative. $10 meters. Let's see if we can level her off. Let me go ahead and put the rear one to 0. Yeah, we almost have neutral buoyancy right now. Almost neutral buoyancy. Because now I can keep my dive planes almost to 0. And the ship maintains her depth approximately. You gotta keep, you always have to keep an eye on this gauge. So your dive officer, he's gonna be one of the most busiest guy in the ship. Okay, so we just bought ourselves a little bit of time. We need to check out what's out there. So we did have enemies from about 040 to about 330, right? I can't see any of them. Let's just make a quick swoop around here. Alright, let's surface. Don't forget to lower your periscope. Alright, so how do we surface? Well, there's a couple of ways you can do that. Either you can increase speed of the electric engines and just go dive plane control and put it to up. And as long as the ship is neutral buoyancy, you can get it up. Alternative number 2 is we can actually blow the ballast tanks, because you see the ballast tanks are full. We can actually go ahead and blow it, and that's gonna rise the ship too. But you're gonna use a lot of compressed air right there to do it. So let's just go ahead and try to surface our ship using the dive planes. All right, let's set it to maximum. Up. Oh, okay. So we are actually afloat now. All right. So if we are submerged, let's go ahead and start the diesel engines. So I'm holding my shift key and select diesel engine. There you go. Okay, so I have 0 visibility. I'm just gonna go for this tutorial full speed. Alright, speed is increasing. We're passing through 6-7 knots. Our heading is actually pretty okay because we are heading directly towards the position of the sound contact, so we'll keep it. Right, dive planes. Since the ship is now neutrally buoyant, you basically need to use a little bit of upwards and down angle on these babies. One more thing. Let me go ahead and show you how it looks on the outside. All right, so if I could just grab the ladder. So our ballast tanks, these ones right there, you know, these one that looks like, I don't know, float planes, pitons, what do you call it, is actually still full with water. So as you can clearly see, she sits pretty low in water. I would actually go as far as calling this almost text to wash, because that's basically what we're. And since we are so low in the water, we're actually moving a lot of water around the ship, and our speed, even though we're going full speed, we're not going to be able to get full speed on her. So basically we're going to get like 10, 12, 13 knots. If you want to go full speed, make sure that you blow these ballast tank completely, and then you're going to be able to haul with about 17 and a half knots. Alright, let's see if we can find these merchants now. Oh, that was fast. I was actually cutting the video to save you guys a little bit more time, but I do have an update. Looking through the periscope, I can clearly see something right there. That is the ship. There, we got another one. One thing I don't like, but I know that this is early access, is that there's always going to be fog. There's always going to be fog. I guess this is to make things not as easy, because if the visibility was unrestricted, like that we can get every now and then a Silent Hunter, this game would be a little bit too easy. But hey, man, I mean, it's still early access. As I said last night, this game probably have a very bright future. But for right now, we should be glad this thing just get released to us and we can start enjoying it and see how this thing plays for ourselves and take part of, by bringing your feedback into the forums and stuff, you're actually taking part of the development of the game, right? Bring in your feedback. Alright, so I got 2 of them right there. I got 2 of them. Really hard to make out what kind of direction they're coming from, though. That might actually be... It might actually be that they're coming... directly for us, and that would be perfect for this tutorial, man. That would be absolutely perfect. Okay, did we get any other spotting here now? Alright, so he's right there. We are heading 360-ish. Let's get a little bit closer, then we're gonna make a right turn and try to set up for 90 degree. Set up, okay, that's the third ship in the middle. Yeah, there are. It looks like that ship right there. There's only two options. Either it's coming directly for us, or is going directly away from our ship. Either way, they're right there. I need to make a right turn. Let's click the rudder control. And press the D button to get some rudder action going. Let's put the ship up to about 40 degrees. Set it up to 40 degrees. Right there. So I'm keeping my W button. Hey, did you see the notification? Somebody just joined our game. Somebody just joined our game. Reporting for duty, Harkalion. Yeah, so now about what you could do if you want to communicate with somebody who just joined your server, just go ahead and press the enter key and start writing something. Let's say, don't know if they are moving away or coming towards. And there he is. There he is. Okay, I need to come left a little bit. Alright, now when we have him on board, let's go periscope depth. So let's let him know. Alright, let's get ready to dive. So one thing that the game developers are adding to the game, I saw it on their list of... let's make sure that we close the hatch. Okay. Let's open the ballast tanks. By the way, they are already open. Alright, this guy's probably new. He forgot to put on the electric engines. And let's go ahead and close the ballast tanks again. Yeah, they are adding voice communication. So we don't have to do text. So this kind of screws up our whole plan of doing solo game, boys, because I was supposed to do his job to show you guys how to do this. Alright, clicking on the navigational map, you can see that works. We really don't need that much map work as the game sits right now. Alright, let's put up the periscope. The funny thing is, this one has got to be a bug because I did put the game as hidden. He shouldn't have been able to join this game at all. There they are. Alright, he's ascending down to 10 meters now. Okay, oh, come on! If you right click, he's gonna slide down the ladder again, by the way. Now you know. Alright, let's open up. You just use your W or S key to lower or raise the attack periscope. Are these guys moving in or moving away? That is the question. If you ask me, they're moving away. Okay, so he's got a rare smokestack, double superstructure, or a split